my gosh. You really changed up your hair. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, duh, the little lifeguards patch. I see it on the shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can go talk upstairs. I think it's just gonna be us.
Okay. So what I have, basically, I have my SOPs so far. They're not complete just because I don't have a list of vehicles that I will have access to. Which floor are we going to?
Third floor.
Okay. And there's still a lot of medical stuff that I'm trying to work out, but that's honestly probably just going to be an everlasting um, kind of always being amended thing that I will be working on just because there's so many things that can't be going wrong.
Is it because medical keeps changing or?
Not like that. Well, yes, like that, but also not like that. So, the medical aspect of it is not like how I was under the impression of it when I first like took it on. When I was kind of what was the word like when this was kind of perspected to me, I guess. I was under the impression that if somebody were to, like, let's say they were to slip on the rocks and they, skinned their legs pretty bad, but they needed help up, so to speak, I would be able to help them up. I would be able to help them get back on their feet. But unfortunately, I realized that that's not going to be the case. I still have to call an ambulance and get them there so that they can get them back on their feet. But that's fine. But it's not the
It's not optimal,
in
right?
it's not the in between, and it's also like if we do this, then we have to make sure that EMS is staffed, like because then I have to, if need be, I have to transport somebody, and I can't transport without like a vehicle that somebody can be fastened while laying down in, like securely transporting and or sterile, transportation as well. So let me show you what I got though so far. A couple of pages, and I'm pretty sure that I'm kind of doing it out of order, but I'll just fix that up later.
Okay, so I need to check here. Okay.
But I have so far in it, like the area of responsibility and stuff. That actually might be different now that, because I think that there was an update
Okay.
in actually our area of responsibility. So I might need to change that because that was actually the first thing that we did.
Statement.
The uniform and equipment, I have it all basically for women. I did have it all for men, but I had it all written and was stolen off of once. So I need to get that done again. I can just get like any guy to do it, I guess, but I was just gonna wait for DuPont to come back, but I could just probably just take my boyfriend to the store. your clothes. But basically, I'm gonna be pretty lax with it, but I just want it to be very like obviously you are a lifeguard. There's no doubt about it, kind of thing. And because of I understand why we cannot
Clothes.
do what I thought that would be able to do, which is just help people back to their feet should it be a minor injury. Um, but I am just concerned about the amount of bandages that people will have access to. Um, so I've maxed it out at 10 just because it actually does get when I remember when we were working the birthday party. We were handing them out like candy. So you do hand them out a lot, but I can absolutely see somebody taking like a bunch. And I'm pretty sure if I understand from how it is with the hospital, that they're not free. They come out of some kind of budget. So I don't want people to be flying for bandages, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
So
I don't know what other.
do you have a budget over there?
I don't know. That's my thing. I don't see the budget, but from what I know from working at the hospital is that like when we take a medical bag, we don't pay anything, but the hospital does. Like it'll come out of the hospital's account. And I think it's kind of the same way for TD as well. Like I think that their equipment actually maybe not. Maybe they buy their own equipment. Maybe the officers buy their own equipment. I don't know, but we don't. We don't buy our own equipment, but the hospital does. So I figured, I don't know. I don't know how that all works. I don't know how the finances of the supplies for the lifeguard works. But
Yeah, that would definitely be something that is good to know.
absolutely, but there's nothing that I can see because all I can do is I can take 10 bandages, but I have no idea.
Somewhere in your office, you should have like a boss's budget book. That should be somewhere the same place where you hire new employees.
Would it would it be the same as like a? I mean, it wouldn't be the same as like a restaurant necessarily because it would be more so of like a supplies thing rather than a
No, that would be where you assess
ingredients.
where your budget, where it's coming out of. So if you take a bandage and you notice that that account has gone down, the cost of one band-aid, then yeah, you do have a finite budget.
Okay. I don't think so because I've done the budget before when I've given the lifeguards bonuses for doing like the what's it called the career fair. I give them bonuses for that, so I like put them transfer stuff. I give them bonuses, so I did that, but I didn't see anything about the actual advantages, so I guess it doesn't. I don't know, but if there is any like supply issue, then let me know so that I can definitely say that within the SOPs because I know that it's like that for the hospital. They're like you can't just be taking 80 bags because those 80 bags cost the hospital. So for my I whenever I start to write my emergency responses, I go a bit blank just because there's so much that can happen. And basically, what I want, I have it written down in the code of conduct, even though it's all the way at the bottom. I don't know why it's all the way down there. I should really get to the top. But what I want is that it's not. I want lifeguards to advocate for beachgoers and to not escalate matters. Don't like interfere with stuff, but also like if people are in danger, like we have to try to at least disengage them from that. But also I'm thinking of like don't know. When I'm working with EMTs, there are talking about like carrying on duty and stuff like that. I don't want to do that, but I also know how much violence and robberies happen in Vespucci. So I purely wanted to get your guys' opinion as the office of the mayor and stuff like that of what should and should not be okayed by the SOPs kind of thing.
Okay, I would definitely have to look over this in more detail, not just give it a quick skim through right now. But you are aware of the new temporary federal law. So while you're on duty, if you were to go on duty in the next month, let's give it a month, they risk getting locked up for 10 years in a federal penitentiary.
Oh.
Yeah. So lifeguards.
That includes me too?
Yeah. Government employees.
Oh. Okay.
You're appointed by the mayor. It's a government department.
Okay, so then I probably won't include that because I only wanted it to be in terms of absolute self-defense, even though it's kind of shitty to not protect somebody else. There's just too many things. Oh, I thought that, whatever. I'll take that out. And
yes, if you're kidnapped, held hostage, threatened while you guys are on duty doing your lifeguard duties, then yeah, you report that. That is a federal crime.
Okay. And then what are your guys' opinions on I know that fire departments, lifeguard departments, certain volunteer emergency medical teams can sometimes, not necessarily felons, but people with criminal records. What is the line? What is the...
For hiring?
Yeah.
Given that it's a government department, you cannot have any felonies to be employed as a lifeguard.
Right. So no, I agree with that. No felonies, but what about I just because
if it's a misdemeanor, they could still be hired.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna be the most suspicious of people using the beach as their working lifeguards to sell drugs on the beach. That's gonna be my major concern.
Well, that disciplinary action is up to you. So if you want to initiate a strike system, or if you're just you're fired on the spot, it's an at-will state. It's however you want to do this because you are the head of the lifeguards.
I was just saying I don't know what you guys want your lines to be drawn, but that's really my biggest boundary is of course felonies, but I just don't want people to be
yeah, I don't want that. I have to tell everybody who's doing this at the creamery, you do not bring any nonsense into the creamery. You don't bring it around the creamery. Yeah. You don't be the initiator. Because let's say, well, I sold it to this person at the parking lot. Yeah. Well, they came down to the beach now, and now they're drowning in the water because they overdosed on something you gave them.
Yeah, or just, now they're too out of their mind to be smart or a normal human being, and God forbid they start screwing up property or other people. There's I don't know.
Yeah, it's head of department's discretion. If you fired someone on the spot for selling drugs, we would totally support you.
Oh, definitely. I would absolutely. I think I want to even do a suspension.
Even if they say it's not a felony amount, that's not the point.
Oh, absolutely.
You were wearing the uniform, and you thought it was okay to sell drugs to people you're supposed to be protecting.
Yeah, so, cool, I will do that. Is there anything else that you guys want from me as an SOP? Truthfully, I've never written SOPs. I've been looking at EMS SOPs that we have. I want to have more written down. I'm definitely going to have more written down, especially regarding the emergency buttons and their usages. I have something written in the code of conduct that says only use the emergency buttons in case of immediate threat because police should arrive with their guns drawn. And I'm going to be saying that, of course, to everyone. But what is something that is there anything that I know that you might just have to skim through this right now and come back to me later, but is there something that you guys are looking for specifically? I can do a structure as well because I have that on my last page, but
Yes, I think that would be because I'm doing one here for City Hall too, so like I'm right there with you, as opposed to just you're this rank, this is your job. I'm gonna tell you at one time, and good luck. I think it's good to have it written down, so then if someone is confused on what their job is, they can like talk to a coworker or they can delegate.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say you have someone whose job they're pretty new, so you want to kind of keep them on like what do they call it, like Sea Watch, Baywatch. They're up in the watchtower looking for incidents, and it's their job to like shoot off a flare or a firework. They've seen an incident, and the other lifeguards see it, and they know something's wrong on the beach. So I like that you're going to be working on structure. I like that you have a code of conduct, so that way people can't try, the ignorance route. Well, I didn't know this wasn't explicitly stated. It's all here. So I think this is something that is very necessary for up and coming lifeguards.
And the daily duties I'm going to flesh out too. So I think that timeline responsibilities for daily duties.
Yeah, for like each position, just like a little quick list. It doesn't have to be like too in depth. That's what I did.
Okay. Sweet. And basically, the only issues that I have as of now, I was waiting for the meeting with Dr. Dakota Bridges. He said that we wouldn't be able to bring people back to their feet should they just have a minor injury, but so that it's just that is gonna make it awkward. It's gonna make it I feel like there's going to be pushback if there is no EMS staffing.
Yeah, because right now lifeguards, it works for you because you are EMS. You could bandage that leg, but not as a lifeguard. So
right, and sometimes like I've experienced it before where I realized I was like, this is what when I brought up the issue of I think I have the wrong medical equipment because I couldn't help somebody up and I thought that I was able to, but all I could do is give them bandages and then like assist them in telling them where to put it, So, what I did, was I contacted them and then waited for Dr. Dakota, and then what was I?
See, I fully think that this is possible so long as you get the right equipment. So this would probably be something that we would have to make a pitch to the governor's office for, because the mayor has already made it clear. The only thing that lifeguards tend to are emergencies on the beach. Like if someone's down in Little Seoul and they need assistance, that's not lifeguard territory.
Yeah. So, but Dr. Dakota said like he trusts me, but he doesn't trust everyone else. But to me, I feel like there is more risk in letting people have access to so many bandages than it is that somebody doesn't understand that somebody has a minor injury or doesn't need a trip to the hospital.
But also it's not a call of pillbox. So it's great that he trusts you, but this should just be something like you guys should have access to your own medical equipment. And I would imagine because like they have the Los Santos Health Department, if someone wanted to start up their own private hospital, they would be equipped with the medical equipment to get that going. So the tools are available. It's just, would the lifeguards be allotted these tools? That's the question we need to ask.
Yeah, but I think that was they say no.
So it's Pillbox, but you're not a department under Pillbox. This is your own independent department.
I guess he said that he was gonna have more. So I think that maybe the mayor and Dr. Dakota and they should meet or something.
Yeah, because if someone drowned, you take them to the hospital. But if someone like scraped their leg on a rock, you can patch that up and get them back to their feet. If they hit the rock and their leg is broken, that's the hospital. And this is something that you would be working with and assessing with your team.
Yeah, that's why I was, because I even said when I was like, that would be up to me to be making sure that people are assessing people's wounds right and they are doing the right, like even somebody's saying, oh, I'm good, when their head is bleeding, you're still going to call for paramedics kind of thing.
Yeah, so you would still do a full assessment before you've gotten them back up to their feet. So if their head's bleeding, we're going to put you in a C-collar and we're going to transport you. This is not something we're going to get you back on your feet here for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. See, I think that lifeguards can be trusted with that kind of discretion.
I would hope so, but that's why that was the major curveball that I was kind of given, because now I'm kind of trying to before I was coming at it with a much more medical angle, because it was purely going to be assessing and treating or getting EMS, but now it's purely giving them bandages or calling EMS. So the way in which I would have to train was like completely different. It was simplified, but it was different. And also it would be
okay. So let me read the Constitution again.
Staff so many for lifeguard, and I would want to, because then I would feel the need to then staff EMS in case lifeguard needed me to bring them to the hospital. So yeah, it's been a weird, like kind of like a whirlwind of like trying to figure out how to apply the tools that I will have. But I don't know. I thought he said that he was like in cahoots with how this whole lifeguard thing was going now. So I'm very confused. But I'm still working on this, and basically I want to. DuPont lost my hiring poster, so I'm gonna have to get another one, even though it was really good. But I know that Miss Chaser is really interested, and so I'm going to basically just get that started. And I have some questions about. I know that it's not limits at all, because it's in Sandy, but with the
okay, so
refurbishing, the cleaning up of the beaches there, the governor's wife, the governess, I don't know.
Lieutenant Governor,
saying,
yes.
That one, yes. She was saying that she was asking if the lifeguards were going to be up there because there was going to be the same, like, water activities there. And because it's going to be new, there's going to be a lot of activity there. And I was kind of like, well, I don't really know, because it's like the mayor thing. But would they be interested in having it be kind of like not like a for hire thing, like for birthday parties or whatever, at like a pool, but like for places where it would otherwise be an actual liability, for there to not be like at certain events per se. Like if there was an event at a beach or whatever, could they hire the
also, like with the events support program, how we want to utilize it. If someone was throwing a beach party, how we would allocate hospital resources, LSSD deputies. Would they be able to call upon the lifeguards? Hey, we're having a beach party and we want to make sure everyone's safe.
Yeah, like even if it's not dressed in Vespucci, like if it's, I know that Sandy's a bit different because it's not only out of Vespucci, but it's out of the mayor's domain kind of thing. But yeah. I know that it's going to be a big hotspot for water activities, so I was wondering how because the lieutenant governor asked me about it, so.
The event, if someone does request the event permits, we don't want to only limit it to the people in the city. That's why, see, the mayor's bouncing back and forth. First, it was like suggested, and then it was compulsory. So if it's compulsory, then it can only apply to the state. But if it's a suggestion, you get it because you get all these resources allotted to you and city support, then we can help people that want to throw events out there because you're giving something to the city and the city is giving something to you. I like how that system works. And then it's up to the discretion. So you know that the lifeguards are based here. They're lifeguards for Del Perro. But if you want to go up there for the health and safety of everyone at that event, at your discretion, we would support this event.
Okay. Okay, cool, because I was wondering about that. I just didn't, because I was wondering if there would even be, like, sister lifeguard organizations that I could try to, like, I mean, my SOPs are not done, but I could, like, show them what I have, I guess. I don't know, but.
See, I think it would be very good to start the conversation about getting you guys recognized. With the Los Santos Medical Department. Like, typically, we're not saying, like, the lifeguards are a medical department per se, but you do play an important role in emergency medical response. Like, until the EMTs get there on scene, you're the one providing CPR, you're the one providing first aid, you're the one making sure they're breathing after they've just got out of a drowning incident.
And, I mean, like, to be fair, it's not even the major incidents that I'm worried about with the supplies that we have, because, to be honest, like, with those major incidents, we're probably going to be locking them down and having them stay put until paramedics arrive anyway. Mm-hmm. What I'm worried about are the minor injuries that I'm going to have to say, we're going to have to wait for the paramedics to get here.
Yeah, you just scratched your foot. You stepped on the shell the wrong way. Yeah, we could patch that up for you, but the EMS, they're going to come down. Yeah, so I completely understand and agree.
That's what I'm worried about.
I think you guys should
be looking at me like, then they're going to be looking at me like, then why aren't you working EMS? That's genuinely what they're going to say. They're going to be like, then why aren't you in pillbox right now if you can't? So I don't know, but I mean, that's my biggest fear, and I feel like, and to be completely honest, that was the reason why I asked if that was going to be a possibility when I was presented with this job, is because that was my immediate assumption of what was going to happen if that was to be the case. But when I talked to Dr. Dakota, there wasn't really an opportunity for me to explain that anyway, but hopefully, I mean, if the mayor or yourself would like to talk to him and I, then we can try to explain, like, especially without a regular roster of EMS, it is hard. It would be impossible to be a lifeguard with the limited resources that we have if we can't patch up very minor things. And because that's what Mayor Marino said. He said he wanted the lifeguards to be the
yes,
to dampen the need for medical on the beach.
Yes. So if someone did scrape their foot on that seashell, you don't have to send EMTs there. Yeah. As opposed to someone who's just they fell down a small cliff on Mount Chiliad, and they could possibly have a spinal injury. They need EMTs over there. They know that there's a lifeguard on duty. The lifeguard has the beach. That's their territory. We're going to go to the mountain.
And we'll call them if we need them, and then they'll come. And that's what I thought was going to be the thing. But, you know.
Okay, so I think a good route to go would be getting you established with the Los Santos Medical Department. Like, get your department recognized as we provide emergency medical services too.
I would hope so. Would that be me organizing a meeting with Dr. Bridges and yourself, or would you like Mr. Mayor Marino to be there as well?
I feel like that's where we might get pushback because they might not consider the lifeguards a medical department. You provide emergency care. But it's still a first response unit.
It's not. I think. Well, it's just simply in the. Oh.
I mean, you guys should be recognized as first responders. If they need to change it from like the Los Santos Medical Department to the Los Santos Healthcare Services Department, that's fine. But anyone who provides like critical or like life-saving aid to people, they're the first ones on scene, they should have a department that is recognized on that board, and they should be able to get the certifications to fulfill their duties, not just, well, I got you out of the water and now we just have to sit here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like if Dr. Bridges like heard that, he would understand, but I don't know. It was a conversation to get my elbows in.
No, I think it's gonna get pretty complicated. So I've already got like a couple meetings booked with the governor's office. I can always add this on because there isn't even a procedure according to the Constitution. We know that this Los Santos Medical Department, this board exists, the network, but how does one apply? How do you become recognized by the board? Your department needs to be recognized.
Yeah. Huh. Because like, how do you become? Is there a procedure for like private practice? I think that there's one.
Yes. So private practitioners. That's what I was saying. You should be able to get these medical tools because a private practitioner, they would be licensed under that board, and then they would have access to the tools that they need to run their private practice. Why should it be any different for the lifeguards that are a government department?
Huh. Yeah,
So I think it's a matter of understanding better how do we go about the process of you applying for this board. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Director Dakota, yes. Because he's
apply for a board. Okay.
He's currently the head of Pillbox, which is like the head of this board right now, and then everyone else, they get added in. So if there was a psych department, they would be recognized on this board as well. If they wanted to start one at Parsons, let's say, private practitioners, they would be recognized on this board. The lifeguards, that should be no difference.
Okay.
So I think the first step would be getting you recognized on this board and then trying to get you the tools that you need.
So would you like me to write to Dr. Dakota about discussing getting the lifeguards recognized?
Yeah, because I also think it would be great if you guys could do first aid certification. And right now you kind of can't because you don't hold any like licensing or certifications in this state to do that for anybody. So technically, if you were to teach first aid to one of the people that you hire on, where is your license and certification that you can do this and teach them that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think getting you on the board is the most important thing right now.
Okay, I will write to him tonight then. Is there anything else that you want me to do besides just try to tighten up the SOPs? Or I'll keep you updated on when he responds.
I think let's see if we can get you those tools first, because you're going to arrange the procedures on how to administer healthcare, and then if we can get you the tools, yes, we're going to have to rewrite, and then if you can't get the tools, that's another rewrite.
I've already stopped and it's so that's why I'm like
I understand why you've stopped, because originally the lifeguards, they were supposed to be a volunteer program, so the fact that you guys have facilities and you have funding, but it's like they haven't been on duty, and now they need cars. We want to see lifeguards. We want to see presence on the beach. We want to see this department build itself up. But you don't even have like basic certifications. You can't provide the treatment that you need. So even if you do a hiring rush, you're going to kind of be scrambling, and it's going to just it's going to kind of be in disarray.
The reason why we need the cars is because we don't have this stuff to transport. God forbid there are no EMS to transport. I need to transport them, and I can't do it in just a normal dinky car because who knows like what burger shot wrappers are in the back seat, like,
or the little ATV, like you're just slinging them over your shoulder, and they could have hit the rocks around their neck, like that could be their life. Okay,
exactly. So that's why like as soon as I just keep on going down the rabbit hole of like everything that can go wrong, and like God forbid it doesn't, but like
what if it does? So.
So they want you to stabilize them until EMS arrives, but this would take the pressure off of what EMS has to do right now because you guys can transport them to the hospital. It's a benefit, really. You're getting them straight to the doctors, and that's one less area that EMS has to worry about.
Yeah. And I know that he trusts me to not be silly with it, but like I also want him to trust me to know that I would hate other people being silly with it, and that I would rain hell down upon those who do. So
because you are the first department that has been established under the authority of Mayor Marino. Like there's gonna be like a lot of scrutiny about this department, the success and the failure.
Well, I'm just okay.
Yeah, not to drive in like a whole truckload of pressure.
Uh-huh.
But like if we wanted to expand later, like the fire department, they're gonna look at the lifeguards. So we really want you guys to have everything you need to be a success.
Yeah. So hopefully, and I mean that's why I asked. Like, did you say fire department? Because typically lifeguards operate out of fire departments. But whatever.
Yeah, like okay. The mayor can establish the fire department. He can get the university back up and running. That's all under his purview.
Also, we need fire departments. I know that the last time that I talked to that man, he said that we don't have fires. We absolutely have fires. There are so many fires.
Yeah. So many fires. Lightning struck at the SBA building. It hit the lawnmower and the lawn was on fire. I was just watching Hickory just run from the flames as the whole lawn burned. That's insane.
We need a fire department. Okay, I'll write to Dr. Bridges. Is there anything else that you need from me, though? I understand. I'm sorry. I know that it's under scrutiny, and it's been tugging at me as well. It's just I've been trying to kind of regroup my what's it called, processes for all of this, because it seems like things are changing, or just not changing, but the expectations of it were changing. But I guess I should have, I don't know. It was also when Mayor Marino they said like MIA, but I was just like, I don't.
And people weren't reaching out. The mayor's office, it should really be like overseeing government institutions. So even if Mayor Marino's not around, it should have been somebody's job in this office to go around and just make sure all the government agencies were operating as they should. And if they weren't, then it was our job to check up on them. But I was chief of staff, so I manage what happens in-house.
Okay.
And events. And I also like events. And I'm deputy mayor, so when Mayor Marino can't be here for these meetings, he totally trusts me to like talk in his stead and like get the ball moving and keep him up to speed on what's happening. So now that I see what's stopping you, let's try to knock down some of these hurdles.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we did the same thing. We did not want to hire until we had everything in order moving forward for Mayor Marino's full term. So it makes sense. You're not completely in order. So to hire more people in, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, I didn't want to, especially with like, I wanted to show Amber around, but I was just like, man, I would hate to have you here and not be able to either do what you think you should be doing, because there's nothing that you hate more even as just an EMS than just standing over someone you know you cannot help. It's the worst feeling in the world. I don't like to set people up for that.
And then are you licensed? Do you have the authority to give first aid certification, CPR certification? Because you can't just have anybody doing this.
I mean, I'm in the EMS, and I don't know if I am. I mean, I am FTO certified, but I don't know if that makes me able to teach the general Joe Schmo, because being an FTO means that you're working with other FTOs, and everyone is under constant observation by other medical professionals. So I don't know if that's truly
no, that's just something we need to know.
Applicable.
Yeah. Because
it's not applicable.
Our security, they need to be first aid certified. And what we were told was Ray was the only one that could do it. Your name didn't even come up. So see,
also I just didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. I'm not good at I can do it like as a lifeguard, but I think Ray goes like all into like gunshot wound, because security versus what I would be teaching as like water first aid is completely different. So Ray was doing like 8 million different subjects. I would just be doing like CPR, like secondary drowning, extracting stuff from a foot. You know, like it would be different. So I can definitely do those kinds of.
But make sure you're authorized to issue the certification.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just saying like.
You can do them. That's great.
The reason why I don't want to do them at Pillbox is because it is so much different than what I would be doing.
It's very niche. Yeah.
Yes, because the security guards here want to know how to like do bullet holes and stuff.
I mean, No, I don't think that they should be bypassing CPR training. Because someone has actually fallen off the balcony. Actually, that's happened twice. So you never know. They might need CPR. They might need to be resuscitated. And we have like a city hall curse. We would go on adventures. And someone would wind up injured and in the hospital. And it was a benefit that there were people in our group that knew CPR.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they should be foregoing the lessons that you have to teach them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like the lessons that I would be teaching, like the water, like first aid safety training that I would be doing, would not be as serious as the security guards training would be. So that's the reason why I would be so much more interested in doing the lessons for the beach ones rather than the security guards, because the security guards were like, and then what if someone gets shot or like they get hit with a weapon?
That is not the only time someone needs first aid.
Well, you can't blame them because you can't blame them because
they only think about the action and the light show, the shootouts.
Listen, you can't blame them. Shit has happened here, okay? They just want to be ready, okay? I understand.
I mean, I've honestly less gunshot injuries, more so hitting with a chainsaw, hammer, throwing C4. Yeah, that's what we get.
Oh my god.
So knowing how to patch someone up, very important. I feel like packing a gunshot wound, that's probably going to be one of the least likely things they do based on what I've seen from working here.
Christ. Okay, well, maybe it comes in pads. I don't know. One week it's guns, next week it's chainsaws. Jesus Christ. Okay, my god. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so
as hospital workers, we think that we have it rough, but chainsaws?
I cannot believe it. I think it was what's the red-haired guy's name again?
No, don't tell me it was that guy.
Ricky something?
Ricky. No, I don't know his name. Stacy Ricky.
Yes. Yep, him.
Yeah.
He's God. He's a one-of-a-kind individual.
Yep. I've accidentally been extorted because he asked me for $20 and I said I don't have it. Are you hungry? And he said yeah. And I said, do you need a sandwich? And he said yeah. And so I gave him a sandwich and then he said okay, thank you. And then he left. And then they said that was him extorting you. And I said oh, okay.
Well, not if he wanted $20 for a sandwich. This one, he insisted upon his $20 because someone paid him $20 to attack someone here. So if you want to negate that attack, then I need $20 each week.
I know, and I think that's what he was doing. I think that he was like, if you said no to the sandwich or whatever.
See, me, I probably would have tested it if I said no, and then if he would ask for the $20 again or threaten me, then yeah, okay, I'm being extorted.
I didn't know what was happening. I just thought this man needed a sandwich. Okay, whatever.
Okay, okay. We're going to try to get you onto the medical board. We're going to try to get you the cars. So hopefully with the board, the tools will come, and then you can properly assist people that are injured on the beach. And that would be good. Like, if you're already up in Polito and there's a beach party, you're not just sitting there waiting for EMS to arrive while this person's bleeding out. You're giving care.
Yeah. So that they also feel like they are being cared for and stuff like that, because it's scary to not feel better when there are people surrounding you.
Typically, when people are surrounding you, you're freaking out.
Okay, so.
Perfect. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Yep. I'm just making sure I have my quick list. Board, equipment, cars. And then SOP. Board, equipment, cars, SOPs, hiring. So we got a little 5-point plan there.
The hiring. I've been talking to people about, like, if they want to, or stuff like that, but I don't want to, like I said, train people and then have to retrain people and then have to retrain people,
So you have a list of prospects. There's people interested.
I do. Yeah, I have. It's getting old, so maybe the first couple are a bit dusty, but I do have a list of prospective people.
Okay. You don't have that list, do you?
I have. I think it's actually at the guard tower, but it is. There's this girl named Stevie. There's a guy named JJ.
JJ.
There's a guy, I think, Eric.
Oh, the one that ran for mayor.
Yeah, but doesn't he seem like he would be a much better lifeguard than he would a mayor?
I don't know what he wants.
You don't know what he wants?
It changes.
Doesn't he have a neck tattoo now, actually?
Yes, he does. And your SOPs, that has to be covered.
That man has changed. Something's happened to him. I'm telling you, my list is dusty now. Maybe if I hired him, he wouldn't have gone down the dark path.
Well, if you ever need people to, like, help gauge interest, like you just want to do, like, training sessions on the beach, like, just let us know. Like, we'd happily come down, bring some City Hall employees to support for a class. It's like, show presence, so people see numbers and then they're just like, oh wow, I think I want to join that too.
There's this guy up north who wants to open up a gym, and I was thinking, like,
Romeo.
Romeo, and I was thinking, like, I could do some sort of, because he was thinking, like, in the process of trying to prove that he's going to have clientele, he could kind of do his stuff elsewhere. So I was kind of thinking, like, maybe I could do something with him.
Okay, just remember, the lifeguards, they don't operate based out of Blaine County. It's down here in the city. But for events, you guys can get called up there. The same way the sheriffs provide their services statewide, Pillbox provides their services statewide.
Yeah, no, I would invite him to Vespucci because he was trying to get clientele and to prove that he didn't have to just say.
Yeah, so I would say that's definitely down the line, but if you can get more lifeguards after the other 5 points are taken care of, then we can definitely open up the conversation to have lifeguards patrolling that North Beach and the beach down here.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be for a while because I don't even think that okay. I'll write to Dr. Bridges. Is there anything else though?
Nope, that's it. Okay. We both got to understand the 5 points and where we need to move on from here.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate this. I was nervous because I don't like having I know that it's been slow, but I'm trying to figure it out with what I got.
Yeah, that's why, like, before, like, I was just like, cars? No, we can't give cars. We haven't seen any lifeguards. So that's why it's always good to, like, check in and touch base. And if you were stuck, like, you were established out in the mayor's office, you're always welcome to come here and, like, talk with us anytime. Like, anytime you need support.
That's my workaround to being stuck, you know, is, like, if I have a car, a truck, I'm more so, then I can transport them and stuff like that. But it would be kind of tricky because then would it be, like, in the parking lot, or would I get the truck, kind of like how Otto has a off-road car for, like, mountain rescues?
I think you would have a garage, similar to how we have one here, or like how you have a fleet of ambulances ready at Pillbox.
Yeah, we have a fleet of ATVs, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course.
This is
oh, it was on the okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it was feel very. A lot better now. Yeah, I did not realize that there were so many hurdles to get there, and I've actually just been reading through the medical department, so that's why I knew that there was a board, and it's probably advantageous to get you on it sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. That's exciting. So.
Of course, anytime.
It's stressful though. Oh my god, a medical board. Okay.
You're the head of a department. You're going to start a program that's going to be long-lasting and providing services for years to come. You're setting in the foundation now.
Okay. Christ. Okay. I'll try my best.
You're doing great. You're looking at the important things.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Stephanie Taylor.
You're who?
My name is Stephanie Taylor.
Stephanie Taylor. Mm-hmm. It's a pleasure to meet you.
She's head of the lifeguards.
Do what?
The lifeguards.
Oh, you're a lifeguard?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've never actually met one of you.
Yeah, it's been a rocky start, but we're trying to get there. So.
Love to hear. Glad to see it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll get out of your hair though if you need it.
Yes, ma'am. What's your name up there?
Kelly?
You safe, you guys?
Yeah, perfect. I'm here to talk to you.
Do I not look like Kelly?
Yeah, come on down here before I have to put you in handcuffs.
What? Is that a threat or a promise?
Huh?
What do you want it to be?
Kind of a little bit of both.
Well, come here. Oh, you really want me to put you in handcuffs?
I've never been handcuffed before. This is like so new to me.
It's the accent, ain't it? It's the accent, ain't it? Yeah. She just wants me for my body.
No, never.
All right,
Okay.
so I need you to explain this LSPD thing to me.
The Los Santos Police Department?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't one.
That's right. There is not one. That's very correct. But I'm here.
You want to hear
through the
about
grapevine that you, Miss Kelly, are wanting to get one started.
No.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Oh, is it the mayor that's wanting to do it?
We learned that through the creation of the lifeguards that it was possible to establish a Los Santos Police Department. That the mayor could even establish the firefighters if he wanted to.
Well, I think him establishing the firefighters, number one, will be great because we continuously have explosions around the city. However, number two, I think the LSPD would have to be sanctioned by the governor.
No, because it would be in city. So with the sheriff's department, that's why you guys are deputies. You have jurisdiction statewide. With LSPD, they'd be here in the city. But there's currently not enough deputies to like split a task force of law enforcement that would be deputies and police officers.
Correct. Are backing off that idea?
Yeah, no. That is definitely not on the table for the foreseeable future.
When you say foreseeable future, is that like 1 week?
I don't even think
weeks?
it would be established in Mayor Marino's term.
Okay, because he's wanting to establish it towards the end of his term.
No. Like, it all depends on if there were numbers that could support it, getting response for crimes that happen around the city, as opposed to sending people from here in Los Santos all the way up to Paleto, it would be so much faster because there would be a Blaine County Sheriff's Office and then a Los Santos Police Department.
Right. Well, the bulk of our crime happens here in the city. So what you do is you'd have two departments down here pretty much creating a drama fest over who's seen as what.
Oh no, the sheriffs would move out to Blaine County.
Oh no, we'd still be here. So the problem is, we're like you said, we're statewide, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have jurisdiction everywhere. Now, granted, we want to go to the county, but we're going to have a shared jurisdiction. And with the shared jurisdiction, obviously, is going to come some jurisdictional issues. However, there ain't going to be many jurisdictional issues because we can barely muster up 10 cops on duty at a time.
Yeah.
Creating LSPD is going to make that even worse.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah. That's why that's why not even talking about the firefighters, because that would pull away from your department as well. It would pull away from the lifeguards.
No.
You just
trust me, people would not give a shit. So here's the deal: when you first walk into the city, you have about 5 options: EMS, civilian, cop, criminal, or politics, city, or maybe lawyer. Maybe they're interested in being a lawyer. That's your 5 choices. That's where everyone fits into one of those 5 buckets. EMS, firefighters go in the same bucket. They're creating a Los Santos Fire Department that has nothing to do with us. Please do it. We could use their assistance. Love to see them.
Okay.
Now, I'm all for the LSPD. George, not so much. I'm all for it. That's just me. I think I'd love to see a little bit of competition. But are we ready for it? No way in hell.
Yeah, there's not enough officers, deputies to go around. The city can't support it. I don't even know if they can support it once the tourism initiative is launched, and our city is now holding a capacity of 150,000 people. I
will tell you that ever since the big announcement came up about the borders opening, we've received a shit ton of applications, which that don't really help why I'm here. But I will say that we have seen a huge uptick in applications. It's just seeing if these people stick around.
Yeah, what about cadet retention? Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, so far so good. I will say that. But it's like day 2 or 3, so.
Yeah, but no one's talking about establishing a police department. Like,
sort
we
of
know that the mayor's office
sort of fortunate.
We know that the mayor's office
right
can, but no one's thinking about that because we just want to see more deputies on duty to start.
Yeah. All right. Well, I wanted to come down here and hear it from the horse's mouth on what was going on.
What? Do you really think that we would just establish it and not come down there and talk to you guys?
Well, they did. They talked to the sheriff.
Who did?
The Marino.
Had Marino come down last night, speak to me, essentially said he wants something like this established towards the end of his term.
And said he wanted our full cooperation on it.
Well, he wants me to work together with him to get this established. And essentially it's splitting our department so the employees from my department would go to the LSPD. So, and I feel, after thinking about it, I'll be honest, why am I building a department for someone else, per se? You get what I mean?
Because half your department would be taken away.
If the department's going to be split, why am I building a department for someone else? I'm building a department for my department, not someone else's. Or for someone else.
We just got a letter.
You can say there's a lot that comes into it, Kelly. You know.
Okay, so this is probably why I got a fax first thing in the morning. But I was tired.
There's a lot of external stuff to come to it. I mean, you're gonna need approval from the governor to split the department, or at least break this department, if that's not break it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be.
It's either the new chief of police is hiring their own, or you guys already have a bulk of the law enforcement, so they need a couple of police officers.
It's going to be need to be approved by a chief justice because it needs to be put in the constitution for a chief would, pretty much the law enforcement section, right? It would need to be put under that.
Is there a law enforcement section?
Same as it is for sheriffs.
Yeah, Lawson said he'd love to be the chief, though.
No, it wouldn't be for sheriffs. Like, they would be officers. No, nothing to do with deputies.
No, but it needs to be written in the Constitution how a chief can be appointed, right? Like how it is for sheriffs.
Yeah, according to the governor, that's under the mayor's purview.
Yeah, but like I said, that needs to be
so
written
everyone
into
can
the
understand it.
Constitution. So, yeah, right. But with regard to that, there's obviously internals. You know, a lot of internal building that needs to be done as well, right? SOPs would be one of them.
That's currently what the head of the lifeguards is doing. So I imagine
a ranking structure.
Yeah,
would be the other one.
I imagine he'd be appointing someone competent that can handle that. Because it's not just going to be, okay, well, I'm the new head, I got 10 people ready to go and hit the streets. No, you got to do all the boring paperwork stuff, too. You got to set the foundation. So. It's not just go, go, go. And you can't take everything that the deputies have and just, change the wording from deputy to officer.
Right. So it's something that's, if it ever does happen, it's not going to be done quick. It's going to take a very long time.
Yes, I said not for the foreseeable future.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's go grab at least one of these guys and let's go. This thing.
All right.
They're not by themselves.
What are you doing this weekend?
Town hall on Saturday, creamery on Sunday.
Perfect. Saturday, I'm gonna take you out to eat.
Oh, at Pearl's, they open a lot.
I will go wherever you want to go.
Okay.
See you soon.
See ya. Thanks for the chat.
It's always my pleasure.
Like, I've never been hiccuped before. I kind of wanted to see it. Like, ooh. I don't know if I've just been asked out on a date. Nah, I'm sure Papa Witch just taking me out for some lunch. Alright, got another one about business licenses. Henhouse, Hayes. Yeah, so check that, right? Yep. Awesome. So now I have to update that flyer. Love it. It's just updating and more updating. Was Hayes participating? Do I need a prize for that? Woo! $1,000 in free repairs. Non-transferable for vehicles owned by the original certificate owner. No cash value. Not required to be consumed in one visit. Beautiful. They got the tap.